How you guys doing? This is JLC. We're at the pigeon loft, and today we're gonna make a bird video of all the different birds that I got. You know, my lovebirds, cockatiels, and budgies. So today's the day. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how all the babies and everything has been doing. As you guys can see right here, these are all today. We're gonna start off with the lovebirds right here, the Fischer lovebirds. And I don't know if you guys remember the little bald ones that used to be on that were on the ground running around. They're starting to pick up their color. See, their feathers are all coming. They can't fly yet, but their feathers are all coming in. They're kind of on the wild side. This one's looking like he's turning to be blue with a little black face. Well, yeah, I don't know, they're kind of on the wild side. And then there's the other one right there. This is like a little cream. But yeah, these, like I said, the parents to these, they always like to, I don't know why they eat the feathers off of them, their back, their tail, their wing flights. So by the time they come out the nest box, they got nowhere to go but the floor, you know. So that's why those two are on the ground. So they just hang out down here with the button quails right here. So yeah, they're just hanging out with the button quails. And then the parents are these right here. So I think the mom, she's sitting back on eggs. There it is. There she is. That's the mom right there to those babies. She's a good mom. She takes care of them good. You can see she has 3 eggs. But like I said, the only bad thing about her is that, I don't know if it's her, or I think it could be her or the dad. They always end up eating the feathers off of the babies. Maybe it's just a habit they have, or who knows? Because I told you, they're the only pair that do that. Nobody else does that. They've been doing that since they've been having babies. So today, we're gonna give them some bread. I'll put the thing of bread right there. And then give them a couple of boiled eggs as well. So, and they won't come down to eat until we go out of our way, you know. But 2 eggs, and those, and eventually they drop all kinds, and then that's how the ones on the bottom start eating. And then we got to give them some food too. So there you see it empty, and there you see it full. So it's like magic. I should have done that at first. But yeah, there we go. Like I said, all the other ones are up here. Some of these babies up here, there's like, I think there was like 8 in total. So out of the 8, there's 6 babies up here. Like, see this one right here in the front, that's one of them. That's one of the babies. And then there's 3 yellow ones. 3 all yellow ones, and then there's a lime one, and I think the other one is kind of like a yellowish one too. So that's the 6, and then the 2 that are on the bottom, 8 in total. This one right here is one of the babies. The ones with the lighter face right here in the front, that's one of them. There's the other one. But I was noticing on these, like this year, I have a lot of pairs, because all the boxes right here that you see, they all have eggs. This one they had, I don't remember if you guys remember, this one had baby, but I switched it down over here, and he was doing pretty good, because these had 2 babies, and I wanted them to raise all 3 of the babies. As you guys can see right there they are. The 3 older babies, they're the ones they originally have. And then that little tiny one, he was hatched over here by himself. So I just took them away from them and gave it to them so they will raise all three of them. And the parents, unfortunately, they'll know that they don't have a baby anymore. So maybe in a week or two, they'll start, like in a week, they'll start mating. And then after that, they'll start laying some eggs. So in a couple weeks, they'll start laying new eggs. So yeah, they have that one white baby and that yellow baby, and then plus that little baby right there. Probably gonna be a yellow one. That way he wouldn't be alone, you know. These three at least have one extra little buddy. But yeah, like I said, you can switch them around too if you have a lot of babies. I always notice that my lovebirds, they don't care. They'll take care of them. They don't mind, you know. They'll eventually take care of them. Like over here, there's one baby too, but their baby's already kind of, I don't know if you guys can see him. It's kind of dark in there. Yeah, there's baby right there. He's already a little older. It's a little green one too. And they also only hatched out one. But he's already kind of older, so I'm just leaving him in here. His parents, they take care of him pretty good. And then over here, I also have a nest right here. There's another female right here. She's also sitting on eggs. I think she has about 3 or 4 eggs. You know, so that's one female right here. And then I just showed you this. So this is that one mom. And then over here on this nest box, they also have 3 eggs, if you guys can see. 3 eggs. And then in this nest box, they also have, oh yeah, this is the baby one, my bad. I was just showing you those babies. This last nest box, there you can see another mom right there. And you can see them sitting on eggs. Looks like they have about 4 eggs, but looks like both the parents got out. And then in this nest box, same thing. There's another mom right here sitting on eggs. You can see her in there. I think she also has about 4 eggs. Last time they hatched out one. Looks like she flew out. And then over here in this nest box, this one they also have little eggs. You can see there's, I think this is the mom white. The dad is the yellow one. But yeah, they also have 3 eggs. I don't know, most of them they have 3 eggs. I don't know why. And then this far end one right here, I think they also, see there's another, you can see another mom and dad in there. They also have eggs. They also have like 3 or 4 eggs. But they don't want to move out of the way. So we'll just close them. And then over here, oops, these have 4 eggs as well. You can see them right there. So all these top ones right here have eggs. And then the bottom ones, just the far end one, and this one, and this one don't have eggs. Those are the only 3 that don't have eggs. And then over here, this ones, they do have eggs as well. You can see there's 4, but the mom got out earlier. And then this is where that one baby was that I switched over there. So trying to put this back in there. So right now, yeah, they don't have nothing, but eventually they'll start laying. Like I said, they'll probably start sitting again on eggs pretty soon. They'll notice that. So yeah, there's all the the Fischer lovebirds right there. They're all really nice. All kinds of them. All the different colors right there. You can see them all right there. White ones, yellow ones, lime ones, black face ones with green. There's like that gray one over there. All kinds of them. I have so many. I think I have like at least like 30 something in here. Yeah, I think I have at least like 30 something. But yeah, you can see them all. They're all flowing over here. They like to go in the corners over there. But yeah, there they got the food. And like I said, they all have eggs. So this year, if they all have eggs, there's like, how many nest boxes I got? There's 5, wait, there's 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's 15 nest boxes, and out of the 15 nest boxes, 3 of them don't have anything. So there's 12 pairs in here. That's 24 birds, plus all the babies that came out. So I think I did count like around 30. About 35, I think. I don't know. 30. I think there's about 35. But yeah, there they are. Well, let's move on to the next ones and show you guys how those are doing as well. Alright, and here we are with the diamond doves. Now at the diamond doves, I did have some that are sitting on eggs, like these right here. This is one of them. This is one of the little females sitting on eggs. Let's see if we can, yeah, see. That's 3 eggs. It's because other ones, they come and they lay eggs in here. That's why they end up with so many eggs. And then these other nests over here, they're just full of bird poop and stuff, you know. Should be able to, I should like build like a little roof, that way they don't be going in there and pooping just to go in their nest. And then up here they did have eggs, but I checked them, they weren't good. Same right here, they had eggs. They just have all kinds of poop in there now. I don't know, these diamond, maybe there's too many. And then these right here, these had eggs. I don't know if their babies have hatched. No, they still have the 2 little eggs. So yeah, those are like the only ones that have eggs and stuff. So all the other ones are all down here. They're hungry too, so get ready to feed them. There you go, you guys can see them right there. Throw this thing out. Yeah, there they are. So yeah, there's all the diamond doves. You can see right here, this is one of the babies they had last time right here. These are all the adult ones right there. But yeah, just that one's a baby. This should have been at least like 4 babies, but they're already kind of big. But I think this is the youngest one. There's one of the moms right there. I think I do have too many. I think I counted them, there's like at least 45 in here. So I'm gonna have to end up selling some. That way to kind of like clear out and just leave. I'm just gonna leave about maybe 12 pairs. See what happens, you know. Maybe like, yeah, like 12, 15 pairs, like 30. So I'll probably end up selling like 10. But I'm gonna try to sell them for, like I said, they usually go for like $35, $40. So I'm gonna try to sell them like maybe like $30 each or $50 for a pair. That way, you know, at least make some money to buy them some bird food, you know. But yeah, there's all the diamond doves. But first I gotta go through them to see which ones are the females and males, and I'm gonna end up keeping about 15 males and 15 females. So yeah, there they are. They're all eating. They're hungry. So that's why they're all right there. You can see them. They're all down there instead of being up here. So yeah, let's move on to the next ones and see how they're doing. Like I said, there's the diamond doves, and they're all doing good. Try to lock the door. There you go. There you go. Now let's move on to these, the peach faces. I don't know, these suckers, they're freaking mean as hell. Now if you guys remember last time I had 3 babies in this nest box. Well, unfortunately one of those babies got killed by one of these other ones. What I mean about them being mean and stuff, they're also like really aggressive, I guess, because all the babies they came out the nest. You see there's one right there, a little blue one with a little bit of black on its beak still because he's still young. There's one. Oh, and there's the other one over there at the really far end. That's the other baby. And unfortunately the third one got killed by one of these. They freaking attacked him and ended up biting him so bad. He had like really bad wounds. He didn't make it. But it's like I said, man, lovebirds, they're freaking mean and they're freaking aggressive. I didn't think they were going to be that aggressive. But they, especially these, I think these are like even meaner than the ones over here. So same thing with them. I'm gonna give them some boiled eggs. So let me see. I usually just throw them right here on the bottom. They'll come down here and start eating them. But yeah, and then these pair right here, they kind of had eggs too. You see right here, they have 5 eggs. See, this pair has eggs. Over here, I don't think there's nothing over here. But I think it was this nest box right here as well that they had eggs. They had 4 eggs. See them right there? And then I kind of seen some of them going in this nest box, but I don't really see nothing in there. So yeah, and this nest box, same thing. They had a baby in here too, but they kept fighting over the damn nest, and eventually they let the baby die. And then this one, nothing. And then over here they have 1 baby. You can see him right there. It looks like a little cream one. Yeah, they only hatched out that 1 baby. Let me see if I can grab him. This one looks like a pretty nice little color one. There he is. It's a nice little cream color baby. But yeah, they only hatched out 1. So we'll put them back in there. So, and then there's all the other ones out here too. Freaking aggressive ones, man, I tell you. So I should have in here about 1, 2, There's 19 in here, I counted right now. Yeah, 19 of them. And out of those 19, and I did sell 3. I don't know if you guys remember, I said so I had 22. I did sell 3, so yeah, it's 19 plus that baby. There's 20 of them in total. And these guys multiplied pretty good. And like I said, I started with 2 pairs. And all of a sudden now I got what? I've gotten 22. So, and I sold 3. So I have 19, 20. So far I've hatched out about maybe a little bit over 20, because I told you there's that one that got killed by them. Well, they attacked it and bit it, and they freaking bit him so bad that his wounds didn't heal that good, and he just ended up dying. But yeah, freaking birds. But yeah, there you guys see all the these are the peach face lovebirds. I don't know, what do you guys think of them? Do you guys like to have this kind of bird? These peach face? Let me know down in the comments if you guys also breed them and you guys know that they're aggressive towards each other, especially towards the babies once they start coming out the nest, you know. There you can see them all right there. All right, let's move on into the budgies and see what they're up to. Alright, and here we are with the budgies. These also are freaking mean too. Sometimes they go in here and they go into the nest and they kill others' babies. Damn, I thought these damn birds are... Last time one of them bit the heck out of me right here. If you guys can see it on my pinky finger. Kind of blurry, but yeah, one of them, they were fighting and I was trying to separate them. And he just bit the heck out of me. And then you guys can see both the English budgies. They're both doing good, both those males. They kind of be hanging out together. They always hang out together, I don't know. I seen one of those one time mating with one of the females. But they're always hanging out together. Hopefully they don't come out through the wrong side and I don't get babies off of them, you know. But here they are, all the other budgies. They're also hungry. And then they're also their food, so, you know, let's fill up their food and get ready, so. Voila, there you guys have it with the snap of a finger. But now you guys can see all the little budgies right here. They're also doing good. And I've also had a bunch of babies that came out. I don't know if you guys remember, there was that one nest box right there that had 5 babies. You saw the mom just went in there. But yeah, it looks like all the babies came out. There's one of them right there, that little splash one right there. That's one of the babies. And then there's another one up here. You can see them right there. That's 2 of the babies. And I don't know where the other ones are at. Maybe they're back inside the nest box. Yeah, because I saw the mom go in there right now. Oh yeah, there they are. They're still in the nest box. So there's the 2 babies right there, and then that's the mom right there. And there's 2 outside, and 2 of them are still in the nest box. And then right here in this nest box, they had babies, but they freaking ended up letting them die. And then over here, there's a female right here sitting on eggs. And then there's right here, there's another, more babies right here. There you can see 3 babies. 1, 2, 3. 3 little babies right there. These guys are still kind of little, so they're not ready to fly out the nest. I think all 3 of them are babies, or is that one of the moms? Or is this the mom? Let me check her out. Oh no, it is a baby. I thought it was the mom. But yeah, they got 3 babies. And these are nice colors too. As you guys can see, I'm trying to put the bird feeder back up. But yeah, there they are. They're all ready to. They're ready to eat too. I'm about to give them some bread. But you can see them, they go crazy for bread. See them all right here. It's like their favorite thing, bread. And they'll actually let you touch them, see? Kind of. And then we'll give them a boiled egg as well. So we'll give them 2 boiled eggs because there's a lot of them. So put some of them in there, and there they go. Look at them. They go crazy for the damn bread. I think they love bread more than they love the egg. So you can see that one right there. He's eating the egg. You can see that one right here. He's eating the egg. Then here comes a little yellow one. They all just gather up eating like crazy. Look, even the baby ones in there eating all crazy. Probably got like a bunch of yellow ones. And look at that one branch that I had put. They all love hanging out at that branch. It's like one of their main kicking back spots, I guess. And I put it also in here so they can chew it up. Some of them are right here eating on the bird feeder. And then other ones are just out here hanging out on the top. And then there's the 2 English budgies right here. Always hanging out together. And then these right here, they're just hanging out, eating out of the bird feeder. So yeah, that's all the budgies. They go crazy when they're eating, huh? So yeah, let's move on and go check out how the cockatiels are doing over there. So we're gonna move on over there to the cockatiels. And here we are at the cockatiel cage right here. I was just in here a minute ago. I was trying to bring them some fresh water because I noticed how their water is kind of dirty. So there you can see some of them are right here at the bird feeder eating. And then I'm gonna crumble them up some bread right here so they can eat bread. And then I'm gonna give them each a boiled egg. I'm gonna give them 2 boiled eggs. That way they have their treat as well, you know. A lot of these guys, they love eating boiled eggs. There you can see there's the cockatiels up close. And then, I don't know, I think some of them, they have, I remember the one over there at the far end. You guys remember last time I made my video, on my last video, they had eggs. I think they were sitting on 2 eggs. I think right now they have about maybe 4 or 5 eggs. I'm not even sure, I haven't really checked them. But I did notice that there was another nest over here that they were also laying eggs. I think it was this nest. Yeah, it was this one. So you can see one of the dads sitting in there. They also were laying eggs. So yeah, this is the time when they start breeding. Like I said, they usually start breeding like in the beginning of January. So by February, the babies usually start hatching. And that's good. That way they start hatching and stuff by the time it starts getting a little bit warmer, so they have a better chance on survival. There's these guys right here. These are I think that's Petrie right here. And then let's see, what about these other nest boxes? I don't think there's nothing in that one. And then in here, nothing either. Yeah, so it's just those 2 nest boxes that have eggs. This bottom one, they don't have nothing. And there's this one, they don't have nothing. But this one, it's freaking wood. It's a little harder to move. But yeah, these guys are sitting on the eggs. So yeah, that must be the mom right there. It looks like one of her eggs is kind of thrown to the side. I wonder how many eggs they got. Yeah, that looks like one of the moms. It could be one of the younger moms. Could be one of the young females. So yeah, they got a bunch of eggs right here. Look at them. 6 eggs. So yeah, these have 6. I don't know how many eggs the other ones have. But yeah, there they are. This pair right here. And then over here, nothing. And at this far end one, nothing either. But yeah, all these other guys are out here looking for. Hopefully, you know, we get more females. So far, I only got 2 females sitting on eggs. Out of like all these other females that I got. But I don't know if you guys remember, I do have a lot of males. I think I have more males than I do females, so. This guy just he wants to come close to the camera. So yeah, hopefully, I know there's at least like 7. There's at least like 10 females in here that I know of, but out of my adult females, there's only 5. The rest of them are the young ones. The rest of them, they're young females. Like here's one female right there. There's another female over there eating. Here comes another female. That's 3 females. And then over there, there's another female. And then over here, I think this one's another female right here. The one that just flew on the phone. And then this one right there. Okay, watch out, little girl. That one's another female, and then there's another female. That's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, and then there's another female, 7, and then there's that one female that was sitting on the eggs in there, 8. And then that one, this one right here, the little polka dotted one, that's another female, 9. And oh yeah, and then there's another, I think that one over there at the really end, that yellow one's a female. Oh yeah, and then this yellow one's another female, and then that one, so that's like 12 females. So shoot, out of like 30, there's 39 in total, so out of 39 there's about 12 females. Damn. It's a lot of males. That's like you walking into a club and there's nothing but guys and like 10 girls and shit. Like, there's 40 people in there, 30 guys and 10 girls. You know? You don't want to be there. But yeah, all the birds are right here hanging out, especially these guys are right here eating. Like I said, I was gonna sell some, but I kind of like at the end kind of didn't, because like I said, like the cockatiels are like my most calmer ones, more friendly. As soon as I come in here, like I said, they're all over me, as you can see right there. There's this one, there's more, there's some on my head. They're just basically all right here hanging out with me, licking me or whatever they're doing. But yeah, they all like hanging out with me. Eventually more of them fly on me, but when I moved, a bunch of them flew off of me. You can see right here, this is one of my older females. You can see the little green band right there on her foot. And they love eating boiled eggs. And there's all the cockatiels. That right there is one of the first females that I had gotten. That white one with the gray in the back. That one, I got her back in 2000. I think it was like 2018. So, man, 2000, yeah, like 2018 is when I first got her. The end of 2018. So that one's like, shoot, I was like 8 years old. 8 going on 9 years old. That's crazy. Because I figured she was probably born at the beginning of 2018, but I did get them off this one guy around, I don't remember if it was like almost, I don't remember if it was October or November of 2018. But yeah, they're the first ones that I got. And then after that, I got these yellow ones right here. So that's why these yellow ones too are some of the older ones. And I remember the people I got them from, they told me that they've had them for like 3 years. Some of them were like 3. I think the oldest one they told me they had was about 5 years old. But I don't know why they're all bald from the back of their head. They just like to pull their feathers out, I guess. But yeah, they did tell me that's around the age they had them. And I've had them since like 2019 is when I originally got them. At the beginning of 2019. So that's around the time I've had these cockatiels. I've had them for, shoot, about, yeah, almost like 8 years, I guess. Like 8 years probably. And there they all are right there, the ones they sure like to eat. And then all the food they usually drop to the ground. That's what all the quails be eating. You see that quail right here on the bottom? They're all eating those eggs they're dropping. There's a cockatiel right there. He's like, hey, that was my egg. You can see them all right here. And a lot of the food they usually drop from the bird feeder, like eventually they'll come down and they start eating it too. But usually all the quails down here getting. But I don't know. I've had these quails for like so damn long. I've only collected like 2 eggs off of them since I got them. I don't know if they're all freaking males or whatever the heck they are. Probably just gonna end up selling them. That's probably what they all are, males. There's some other ones over there. I need to get some females. I don't even know to tell the truth. Well, my friend Adam, he said he did hatch some of these and he was gonna bring me some. So hopefully from there we get males. And I did hatch some button quails, and my friend Adam also did hatch some button quails for me. And he said he's gonna bring them all right here. So I'll probably end up putting them right here in this case. You know, if they're big enough, hopefully they're big enough. That way they don't need the heat lamp. And then eventually I'm gonna probably sell these. Like I said, I don't know. They're all probably males. Probably like two females in this bunch. So yeah, there they are. So yeah, you know, you guys, I think I'm just gonna end this video already. Well, if you guys enjoyed the video and you know like to see the birds, and you know you guys enjoyed watching the babies and some of the eggs they have, and even the cockatiels right here, they have eggs. So hopefully by our next video we have babies, you know, because we see I see another male going into that nest box, and then that one coming out of that one. See, that's the dad. I remember when we first went in there, there's the mom right there. She just flew right there. So the other one's the dad, and that one that's right there, that's the mom. She's making sure nobody's messing with their eggs. So yeah, like I said, so far we got 2 nesting. Over there we got 5 eggs, and then right here I didn't even see how many eggs they had, but last time I checked they had 2, and that was a couple of days ago. So they should have at least 5 or 6 eggs by now. So yeah, well, if you guys enjoyed the video and you guys like to see the cockatiels, lovebirds, budgies, and the diamond doves, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. And if you guys haven't subscribed, you know, just hit that subscription button, and that would help us, you know, grow the channel. And if you guys enjoyed watching all the birds, you know, I do a lot of different kinds of videos for everybody to enjoy. Birds, rabbits, pigeons, and so on, you know. But yeah, and if you guys haven't gave a like, you know, just hit that little thumbs button right there and give us a like. And like always, you know, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time right here at JLC's Pigeon Loft.